Welcome everybody to Desynced. We're going to do something different. Since there's been so many updates to the game during this closed alpha, we're going to go ahead and try restarting. So we're going to play the game for 3 hours, and we're going to do something a little bit different also in the video where I do a voiceover. So it's going to be a fast 3 hours. We'll see what it actually turns out to be, but I'm thinking maybe 30 minutes. We'll be doing a time lapse. I think that will be kind of cool and something new that I've never done before for the whole video. There might be some slow parts here and there, but for the most part, it's going to be a pretty fast, and we'll see exactly how far we can get in 3 hours in the game. I think that is a fun little experiment. So for the game, we're just going to do new game. It's going to be random seed, regular resources, how they have it that you play, and let's get right into it. So, just starting out here, going through the beginning prompts, getting these guys going. I did just spend the last 2 hours trying to edit my mic and get things right on that, so we'll see if that worked or not. Let me know down below what you guys think, if it's better or worse. I hope it's better because I totally forgot to save what my previous settings were. So, we're just getting the guys going, mining, getting some resources going, getting the starting resources that we need. Okay, so one thing, I wanted to go ahead and slow down here. While I'm playing the game, I just figured this out. I should have been having the bots doing my smelting for a really long time. Because if you look here, having them in the system like this, they will actually go and refill themselves while also refilling the other one. That is actually really convenient, and it's really nice to know. So this is the first time I've ever done a voiceover, a time lapse, so I'm sure I will miss quite a few stuff here, but we are just trying to get more fabricators for us to use, and then I believe we go collect some crystals. Oh no, I was wrong. We're making some more bots. So I use these starter bots for the miners, and we will use them for transporters for a little while as well. I go ahead and put fabricators on both of my scouts because they move the fastest, and they can actually transport and make me some bars at the same time, which is super nice. So I got 3 little guys mining there, and then my 2 transport scouts. This guy is going out to collect me some crystals. I will need those for the microchips and other items before I start mining them. So we're going to go ahead and lay down some buildings here. I go ahead and put them next to each other, thinking that I might get a transport item to transport ingots to make the metal plates. So that's why we're doing 2 next to each other like that. Go ahead and start the science here, I believe. I am still hoping for a priority scale so that I can select which buildings I want done first instead of having them send resources to every single one. We're putting down more, getting more crystals. These 4 that I'm putting down over there are actually ones that I use for when I need to build certain things. I don't have those ones set up to just automatically infinitely make resources anyways. They'll be used when I'm making more fabricators, assemblers, and stuff like that. Have some more bots coming down, it looks like. Queuing up the next science. Start getting us some better power generation, hopefully soon. So this is me checking out the PowerBot prefab that was added in to the game. It's basically just a basic robot with a crystal generator and a power field just to add power to the bots that are moving around the area that don't have access to the main power grid. So I went ahead and built one of those. I had to go ahead, you can't just click it and it builds everything for you. You do have to actually build the other pieces for it, unfortunately, separately. Wish it would kind of like build one item at a time and then get everything ready for me, but it doesn't do that. Then we just set them back to microchips, and we actually got some crystal mining going on now instead of going around and scavenging. And the bots are incoming. They are getting made pretty fast now. We're increasing the crystal mining and the iron mining, along with the transportation of said items. So here I'm trying to decide how I want to lay out some other machines. We go ahead and do a 2x2 area. I think I got rid of... Oh no, I learned that that is not the block that I wanted to use. And then we had to make the deconstructor to get rid of them to fix that for us here. Because the block with the assembler only has 2 storage, and you can't build anything with just 2 storage. So it's really just good for power blocks, like wind turbines and stuff like that. So there's the constructor getting rid of those for me. And then we replace it with this block here, and what we do is a 2 ingots on the backside there into 2 metal plates, and then we also do a ingot on top of the machine as well, with the assembler making the reinforced plates. So we have a dedicated 1 bars and 2 iron plates eventually, once we unlock the science for transporting items in between each other. That is the setup I went with. Something a little new, and I do think it works a lot better than my previous setup. So I believe I'm getting ready for a little expedition. I'm gonna get some turret guys with me, and we're gonna go find a plateau, get some areas where we can get silicone. That's what that power bot is for, I believe. Yep. So I am running into a bug where they do not want to mine. They just want to go and deliver resources constantly. So you have to keep clicking and clicking, unclicking. It's pretty tedious, but you do eventually get them back on track. That's us finishing a puzzle, getting some resources, and then we are exploring here, and I die, and we carry on. More science. A lot more bots coming in to help with transportation and mining. We're going ahead and setting up pretty much the same setup, except it doesn't have the fabricators on the two machines. It just has them in the back there because we're making microchips and we don't actually need ingots, we just need crystals. So I go ahead and use that space there for a crystal power generator, and they just use the crystals that we're already using. They help generate some power for me. So those are all set up. We are going to make the crystal power, I believe. Oh, there we go. Moving on to the next science there. Really just making more miners, more bots coming in right now. Have to scale up a little bit to try and advance. Put down some storage so that I have places to put things instead of leaving them all over the floor. I also go ahead and set the home for the crystal miners to those so that my guys aren't going out every which way to try and collect those resources. So I just sent a power crystal guy and 2 miners up to the silica to get that started. I will eventually get that actually hooked up to the power grid once we get solar wind turbines unlocked here and I start utilizing them. So this is me just trying to manage power. We were constantly negative, positive power, so I am wanting to get to those wind turbines pretty quick. That's what we're trying to do. I go ahead and put down some robotic assemblers there. They will eventually kind of be in the middle of my reinforced plates. I think that that is a pretty good location for them. I could have put them next to them eventually to do an automatic transfer, but I thought that this worked out pretty good. And once I was actually maybe further into the game, I would have done that and moved the actual whole thing somewhere else, but this is what worked. We ran out of power. I shut down some systems just to get us going again, and then I realized that I actually just turned off my whole main building, which was powering my whole thing, so that's why we lost power there. I seem to disconnect things more often than I should. I believe it happened because I was selecting bots and I accidentally selected building as well. I turned the bots off, so then the building got turned off. So we've started making the energized plates to start boosting everything that we do, pretty much. That is basically the next step you need to do to increase science and progress in the game, is you need those energized plates. There's me queuing up some wind turbines. Getting some silicone coming in, and silica sand coming in, and then producing silica. That's just me gathering as much as I can from those guys. There's a lot of times where I just need to wait for resources to come in to the system here. While I'm trying to expand, I always seem to have a little bit of a resource disparity, I guess. Getting even more bots to add into the miners and the transportation of items. I go ahead and put these down here so that I have an area to build items that I need that I don't want to put into the system. Things that I don't need technically to be being made all the time. So that's what those 5 will be used for over there. I do end up pausing quite a bit of construction just so that I can get the resources that would have gone to them to other places, because again, there's no priority. So I can't be like, I actually need all the resources to go to here to finish this, but they are just split up evenly. That is me spreading out the power grid, hopefully to get over to the plateau, to start putting solar panels up there so that I can get the best power, because you get 100 up on the plateau and you only get 50 down below. And they were not building it, so I had to build it manually. I just put the resources in the scout and brought them over there. I am still confused on behaviors, so I really need somebody to teach me how to do those. I cannot figure out how to set up like a transport route at all between a storage and another storage. I don't know why. It still eludes me. So here I decided to go ahead and make a whole bunch of solar panels and some batteries. I believe we made 15 solar panels and 5 batteries just to help with power as well. They're pretty cheap, and I decided that that would just be a good little way to offset the power needs while we're waiting for the resources to make more solar panels. I I didn't use them very much in my last playthrough, and honestly, I should have used them more because they're very inexpensive to make. And the batteries hold about 15,000 power, so you can actually hold quite a bit with just 5. So I'm still just putting guys around, making sure everybody has power. And then, yep, those are the solar panels up there. Another wind turbine goes over there. Pretty soon here, I believe I start actually making the dashbots to trade out my workers with. So you'll probably see a little army of dashbots and workers getting moved around here pretty soon. Waiting for those resources to build up. Oh, we do another microchip and reinforced plate factory set up there. And here come the dashbots. So I was a little off on timing there, but we make, I believe, 20 or 25 of them. So I get them all up in their own area while I'm trying to sort out the workers. I turn the workers into basically power poles. So all of them will end up with a power field to expand our power network. That's me just collecting all the worker bots out of the system here, getting them in the same area. We line them all up. So we had, 20 dashbots, and we had 15 workers, so I go ahead and just send 15 in. And they do a lot better job getting things around. They are 2 times as fast, I believe. I'm wrong. Movement speed 2 on the regular bots and movement speed 3 on the dashbots. So they're not even double as fast, but it does seem like they are. They can also hold more, so that's nice. They are pretty good just for transporting things around. I moved the crystal guys over because they had depleted that node. Just me setting up the little areas again, the microchips and reinforced plates. We go ahead and get some more wind turbine area set up to get 400 more power, which is very nice. That's me just getting all the power poles ready. Then we go ahead and put them on the units there so that they're ready to move out whenever I need them. Then we go ahead and actually make some more workers just for miners. And this is me just waiting for those wind turbines because I still am not very good with power, even with all the batteries and the solar panels. So that's just me waiting for those to get done. I put this down here to then put the research towers. They are called uplinks. Instead of having one, I can now put 2 there. I will probably eventually would have had 4, but it definitely does speed up science quite a bit to have multiple of those. And it took me quite a long time in my previous playthrough to get more than one of them down. I probably should have done it even sooner in this one, but it didn't really seem like it was needed because I was still taking time to expand out that I wasn't actually really keeping up with the usage of the science anyways. So here we go ahead and start making our interior transporters, so I'll no longer need people to transport the iron plates in between the fabricators and the assemblers. And then here we are actually going around and collecting those blue cubes. We need them for the last science in this tree. I kind of forgot that I had to go around and search these ruins out and do that. Thankfully, the puzzles were pretty reasonable, not too bad at all. And I went ahead, I think this is the last one we needed. Yep, we went ahead and queued up that science. And that is it. It is about 3.5 hours worth of gameplay. Thank you guys. And that's it, everybody. We are done with our gameplay for the time lapse here. Just finished Gateway Technology, which is the first tree. This tree is done. Definitely did it a lot faster this time. I do think while playing this, you know, like always, you do it and you're like, oh, there was a faster way to do this. I could have done this faster or that. But this is my 3-hour gameplay. You can see here, it was actually a little bit more than 3 hours. It is 3 hours and 33 minutes. And then I don't think you can see... Oh no, items you can. Oh no, it doesn't tell you like how many you've mined anyways. I think maybe that's under progress. It showed it somewhere, kind of like milestones maybe. So 11,000 metal ore, almost 5,000 crystals, about 800 silica sand, 11,000 bars, bots built, buildings built. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you would, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one.